Moses stands as a towering figure in the history of religion, a beacon of faith and resilience. He is revered as a prophet, lawgiver, and leader in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, each tradition holding him in the highest regard. His life and teachings have shaped the moral and spiritual landscape of the world, influencing countless generations. Moses' story is one of faith, courage, and the enduring power of belief, a narrative that transcends time and culture. He led his people to freedom, guiding them through trials and tribulations with unwavering determination. He received divine laws that continue to guide us, laws that form the bedrock of ethical and moral conduct. Moses' influence extends far beyond the realm of religion, touching upon philosophy, ethics, and governance. His life and teachings have inspired countless works of art, literature, and music, each capturing a facet of his profound legacy. He is a symbol of liberation, justice, and the fight against oppression, embodying the spirit of resistance and hope. His story resonates with people of all faiths and backgrounds, a universal tale of perseverance and divine guidance. Moses' message of hope and redemption continues to inspire us today, reminding us of the enduring power of faith and the human spirit. Moses was born into a time of great turmoil. The Israelites, his people, were enslaved in Egypt. Pharaoh had ordered the killing of all newborn Hebrew boys.
Moses' mother, Jochebed, placed him in a basket and set him adrift in the Nile River. This was to save him from certain death.
The baby Moses was discovered by Pharaoh's daughter. He was raised in the Egyptian court. Despite his privileged upbringing, Moses never forgot his Hebrew roots. When he was a young man, he witnessed an Egyptian overseer beating a Hebrew slave.
Filled with anger and compassion, Moses killed the overseer. He then fled Egypt to escape punishment.
Moses found refuge in the land of Midian, a place far removed from the turmoil of Egypt. It was here that he sought solace and a new beginning. In Midian, Moses married Zipporah, the daughter of Jethro, and embraced the humble life of a shepherd. He spent his days tending to his flock, finding peace in the simplicity of his new role. One day, while leading his flock to the far side of the wilderness, Moses encountered a sight that would change his life forever: a burning bush that blazed without being consumed. The bush was engulfed in flames, yet it was not consumed. This miraculous sight drew Moses closer, filled with awe and curiosity.
From the midst of the fire, God spoke to Moses, calling him by name. He revealed his divine plan and purpose for Moses. God commanded Moses to return to Egypt, the land of his birth, and lead the Israelites out of their bondage and slavery.
To aid him in this monumental task, God empowered Moses to perform miracles, signs that would demonstrate his divine authority and power. These miracles were a testament to God's power and served as a warning to Pharaoh. Moses confronted Pharaoh with unwavering resolve.
He demanded the release of the Israelites, declaring that it was God's will for his people to be free.
Pharaoh, in his arrogance and pride, refused to heed Moses' demands. In response, God sent a series of devastating plagues upon Egypt. These plagues included turning the Nile River to blood, swarms of locusts that devoured the land, and many other calamities. The final and most grievous plague was the death of the firstborn in every Egyptian household, a tragedy that brought immense sorrow and mourning. Finally, after the 10th plague, Pharaoh's resistance was broken. He relented and allowed the Israelites to leave Egypt, marking the beginning of their journey to freedom and the fulfillment of God's promise. Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt. They embarked on a perilous journey through the wilderness. When they reached the Red Sea, Pharaoh changed his mind and pursued them with his army. God parted the waters of the Red Sea. This allowed the Israelites to cross on dry land. When the Egyptian army followed, the waters closed over them. After crossing the Red Sea, Moses led the Israelites to Mount Sinai. There, God revealed the 10 Commandments to Moses. These commandments were a set of moral and ethical laws. They formed the foundation of the covenant between God and the Israelites. The 10 Commandments emphasized the importance of worshiping God, honoring parents, and respecting human life.
Moses is a central figure in Christian theology. He is seen as a prophet who prefigured the coming of Jesus Christ. In the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus is called the prophet like Moses. Jesus, like Moses, delivered his people from bondage. He also gave them a new law of love and forgiveness.
The miracles performed by Moses, such as the parting of the Red Sea, are seen as foreshadowing the miracles of Jesus. The Exodus story is interpreted as a symbol of the Christian experience of salvation. Just as Moses led the Israelites out of slavery in Egypt, so too does Jesus lead his followers out of the slavery of sin.
In Islam, Moses is known as Musa. He is considered one of the most important prophets sent by God. The Quran, the holy book of Islam, devotes several chapters to the life and teachings of Musa. The Quranic account of Musa's life shares many similarities with the biblical narrative.
The Quran emphasizes Musa's role as a lawgiver. He received the Torah from God on Mount Sinai. Musa is also revered for his patience and perseverance in the face of adversity. He is held up as a model of piety, courage, and submission to God's will. Moses' legacy is profound and far-reaching. He is revered as a prophet, lawgiver, and liberator in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. His teachings have shaped the moral and ethical values of Western civilization. The Ten Commandments, revealed to Moses on Mount Sinai, continue to serve as a cornerstone of law and morality. Moses' story is a timeless tale of faith, courage, and the struggle for freedom. He is a symbol of hope for the oppressed and a reminder of the power of belief to overcome adversity. His life and teachings continue to inspire and challenge us today. Section 8. The enduring message of Moses. The story of Moses holds profound relevance for the modern world. His journey from a prince of Egypt to a leader of the Israelites is not just a tale of ancient history, but a narrative that continues to inspire and guide people across different cultures and generations. His message of liberation resonates deeply with people who are struggling for freedom and justice. Whether it is the fight against oppression, the quest for equality, or the demand for human rights, the story of Moses serves as a powerful reminder that liberation is a fundamental human right. The Ten Commandments, with their emphasis on respect for God, family, and human life, provide a timeless ethical framework for a just and compassionate society. These commandments are not just religious edicts, but universal principles that promote harmony, integrity, and mutual respect among people. Moses' life teaches us the importance of standing up for what is right, even in the face of opposition. His courage and determination in leading his people out of bondage are a testament to the power of conviction and the impact one individual can have on the course of history. His story reminds us that we all have a role to play in creating a more just and compassionate world. Whether through small acts of kindness or large-scale social movements, each of us can contribute to the betterment of society. The legacy of Moses challenges us to examine our own lives and to strive to live in accordance with the principles of justice, compassion, and respect for all. It calls us to reflect on our actions and to commit to making a positive difference in the world, just as Moses did in his time. Section 9. Moses in Art and Culture. The story of Moses has been a source of inspiration for artists, writers, and musicians for centuries. From Michelangelo's iconic statue of Moses to the epic film The Ten Commandments, Moses' life and teachings have been depicted in countless works of art. In literature, Moses has been the subject of poems, novels, and plays. His story has been interpreted and reinterpreted in countless ways, reflecting the enduring power of his message. In music, Moses' story has inspired operas, oratorios, and spirituals. The power and drama of his life have resonated with composers and audiences alike. Section 10. The timeless lessons of Moses. Moses' life offers timeless lessons that are as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago. His story teaches us the importance of faith, courage, and perseverance. Moses faced enormous challenges, yet he never lost sight of his mission. He remained faithful to God's call, even when faced with doubt and adversity. Moses' story also teaches us the importance of leadership. He led the Israelites out of slavery and into freedom. He inspired them with his vision and guided them with wisdom and compassion. Moses' leadership reminds us that true leadership is not about power or authority, but about service and sacrifice. Section 11. Conclusion: Moses' enduring legacy. Moses stands as a towering figure in the history of religion and civilization. His life and teachings have shaped the moral and spiritual landscape of the world. He He is revered as a prophet, lawgiver, and liberator in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. His story continues to inspire and challenge us today. Moses' legacy is one of faith, courage, and the enduring power of belief. His story reminds us that even in the darkest of times, hope can triumph over despair. It is a story that continues to resonate with people of all faiths and backgrounds, offering a timeless message of liberation, justice, and the power of the